everyone, my name is Jolie and I'm known as AspergerWorld. Today I wanted to share with you my diagnosis story. So, to begin with, I was diagnosed at 2 years old as autistic, and I spent my childhood very happy growing up with lots of understanding and support and therapies to help me. All the while I was completely unaware that I was any different to any other child. So it was not until I was 13 years old that I learnt that I was autistic, because it was then that I got my diagnosis of Asperger syndrome. And I remember it well. The day that changed my life for the better. The day I learnt who I was and why. It was the beginning of the summer months, so that I was calm and at ease with myself. I didn't have any stress from school. And really the perfect timing for me. My parents sat me down with my favourite soft blanket and told me something that would forever remain etched into my brain. They said to me, "There's something different about you, Jolie. It's something that makes you special and unique. It's something that makes you honest and caring. Something that makes you creative and good to other people. This little something is actually a disability called autism, and all it means is that sometimes you might need extra help with things, and we will always be here to help you. It's a disability, but it is not a bad thing. This autism disability is a part of you that makes you a wonderful person. Autism is why you are so gifted at remembering facts about Egyptology. It's why you're so good at writing your stories and doing the right thing. It's why you are so truthful. Autism can be difficult, but it is a beautiful and a very different part of you too. Autism is why you're so kind and so empathetic. Autism is why you're a good friend." That is what they said to me. And little old me, 13 years old, for the first time learning about autism, and I was blown away. I'm a writer and I'm now a motivational speaker, and I was lost for words. I was sat there in stunned silence. This is amazing. There was loads of leaflets and books on the table in front of me, and I was so curious, reading the traits of this mysterious disability called autism, something that I had never heard of before. And as I read the traits of autism, though, suddenly there was a lump in my throat, and I had forgotten how to breathe as I clutched this leaflet with tense, shaking hands. You see, reading the list of autistic traits, it seemed to sing a symphony to my soul. It was like my entire world had been bathed in light. Jigsaw pieces were sliding together and into place of why I was the way I am. And suddenly everything made sense. And I loved it. Straight away I loved it. And I knew it was my new favourite thing that I had to research and learn more about. I just couldn't believe that there was something that explained my hardships and my quirks. Something that explained me and my diversity. It was then that autism became my next big passion, and I learned everything about it. I read every website, every blog, every book. I watched so many videos. And my books, all of my reading piles just got higher and higher and higher. And I devoured every book about autism from every perspective. And it all really helped. It was here that my learning journey to self-acceptance truly began. And at this point, I feel it is important to maybe establish the reason why my parents left it so long before telling me. The reason is that up until 13 years old, I was completely lost in my own world, my own Asperger world. I didn't make connections, and I had no understanding of pretty much anything around me. I couldn't tell you if it was raining, Even if I was looking at the rain or feeling the rain on my skin, I didn't know what lesson I was in at school. Nothing made sense to me when I was a child. I remember just feeling very lost all the time. Very happy, but very lost. My entire childhood was very happy and happily oblivious to everything in my surroundings. I had no idea I was any different to other children as a child, because that would have meant being capable of making sense of my surroundings. It's people and people's treatment of me to then make the connection that people were actually different to me. Very different. I didn't have enough understanding and processing capabilities for that as a child, so it was at 13 when I finally started making sense of the world around me, and I finally established I was different. It was then that my parents told me, and it was then that my diagnosis was able to help me. Accepting my autism was tricky at first, even though I welcomed this new world with open arms. It was simply because there was always a part of me that felt unwelcome into the AspergerWorld, purely because there was so little understanding of what autism was, and therefore people that did believe. I think it is helpful to remember when accepting autism into your family or into your life is to start by remembering that all people are different, and our learning journeys and development is all so diverse. And also that we are all just a tiny seed of the person that we will grow to become. We are all developing at our own milestones and our own speed, and we are all perfect, even within our supposed imperfections. Anyway, so can anyone relate to anything I've said? I would like to know what your diagnosis story is, if you're just at the beginning or halfway through, or just how it has been for you. Leave me a comment and let's have a little chat. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you on my next upload. Bye!